Who knew? There are two girls with dragon tattoos. You're watching Beyond the Trailer's review of the American version of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
I need a research assistant.
I know an excellent one. She did the background check on you.
The what?
You don't think we could hire just anyone for something like this?
It's Mikael Blomqvist. May I come in? We need to talk.
Hey, who do you think you are?
Put some clothes on. Get rid of your girlfriend. Can I call you Elizabeth? I want you to help me catch a killer of women.
Back in 2010, you might recall seeing this book cover everywhere you looked. Yes, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, already a huge hit overseas, became the it book here in America. A gritty mystery coupled with a real-life mystery, the suspicious death of its conspiracy theorist author Stieg Larsson. And further fueling the fire was that a movie adaptation already existed. Yes, Sweden's film industry had already brought the entire Swedish Millennium trilogy to the silver screen, and all three films were released in the United States during the Dragon Tattoo craze. But alas, while the films had done well overseas, here in America, they fizzled. Was it because they were subtitled, or because Sony had just announced they would be adapting The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo? Why see some foreign movie when, if you're patient, you can see it in English directed by master auteur David Fincher? Most Americans felt that sounded like a pretty good deal and decided to wait, missing out on what's actually a very good trilogy, and still available on Netflix instant streaming if you want to give it a shot. But admittedly, they're not as flashy as a Fincher film, despite great performances by Noomi Rapace and Michael Nyqvist. Thankfully, though, both actors are still getting a shot in Hollywood, with Rapace appearing in Sherlock Holmes 2 and Prometheus, while Nyqvist is the big bad in Mission Impossible 4. So, who replaced them? One is Daniel Craig, who is certainly well known as the new James Bond, but has little box office success when he's not working for MI6. The other is Rooney Mara, who got the role after many name actresses declined, due to the huge time commitment, Fincher's insistence on getting actual piercings, and the low pay. But then Rooney Mara doesn't need the money, as her family owns both the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. Yes, she's that Rooney and Mara. So after patiently waiting, will American audiences go to the feel-bad movie of Christmas? And they aren't kidding about the feel-bad. The film is very graphic, including a searing rape scene, and is really a story about how men hate women. In fact, that was the book's title in Swedish. You don't see that in the advertising. How was The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo?
Fantastic.
Yeah?
Yes.
Did you like it?
I did.
Horribly disappointing.
Oh, why? Why was...
Wretchedly disappointing.
Oh, no.
It's very different to the other one.
Oh, so you saw the original Girl with the Dragon
Yes,
Tattoo,
I did.
right?
I read the book.
Look, it's always hard to transform a book onto the screen
Yes.
because books are so much deeper, but it was very confusing at the outset, and I read the trilogy, and I think he's a terrific author, so I knew what was going on, and it still seemed a little foreign to me at
Really?
times.
There's a lot of similarities. This is much more polished, the film. They've changed the order, here I can see already.
It's epic, it's big, and there's so many different stories going on that all eventually tie together unexpectedly.
Did you see the Swedish
I
film?
didn't see the Swedish one.
Oh, okay. All right. So what made you wait for this one? Do you want to...
I wanted to make sure I got through the trilogy before I saw any of them. I'd love to go back and see the Swedish one.
Which is better? Which movie? If you had to recommend a Girl with the Dragon Tattoo movie, which
I
one?
prefer the other order for the first one, so I feel this one is a little bit out of sync.
I've read the first two books in the
Yeah.
series, and I've never seen the other foreign
Swedish, yeah.
version of the film, but Rooney Mara is unbelievable.
Oh,
in this.
really?
Yeah.
I like the Salander in this one, although I like the other one as well.
I thought Rooney Mara was great at times, but I didn't buy the whole thing of her softening so much at the end.
So do you think she deserves her Golden Globe nomination?
Yes.
She deserves an Oscar.
This hasn't gotten a lot of award nominations this year so far. Obviously, you think that's just.
Yeah, I don't think it was a great movie by any stretch, as I mentioned.
Do you think audiences will be surprised about how graphic the movie can be?
Possibly. It's an horror movie. I mean, the rape scene is pretty rough to watch. It was in the other one, too.
I mean, if you've read the books, you know what you're in for. If
Yeah.
if you're coming in cold, you're not gonna know. I don't know if people are ready. How did you feel about it?
I don't think so. No, it's not too risque. It's an R-rated movie, and it's got violence and sex, and there's nothing that's too intense or extreme.
We've seen that before,
It's
right?
it's a David Fincher movie.
I think you really have to know what your family's like. I mean, there were some parts that certainly are going to make you scream a little, to be very honest. I thought it was going to be even more off the reservation. The director has a reputation for taking chances.
So what would you say about, this holiday season? What would you say to someone out there? They say this is the feel-bad movie of Christmas.
Yeah, this might not be a good ho holiday movie, but I think it's a tremendous movie.
Is it worth seeing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah? What do you think, worth seeing?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was excited. I mean, we got here 9:30. We were
Yeah,
ready. Yeah.
yeah.
We had tickets.
Oh,
we were
no.
ready.
I'll be back.
Oh, good. What do you give it on a 1 to 10?
3, 4.
I give it about an 8.
10.
10? How about you?
I would say 9.
Ah, why
Just
taking
to be different.
Okay. So there's no denying that The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo is a very dark movie. In fact, a number of people didn't want to talk about it on camera, and those who did were divided, overall giving the film a 7.5. And be sure to vote for your top 10 movies of 2011 by going to tinyurl.com/2011 top 10. Cast your vote by January 3rd, 2012, and then look for the results here on Beyond the Trailer. I'm Grace Randolph reporting from AMC Empire 25, and I hope you'll go beyond the trailer for these other top movies.